Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. It is time to talk about September's TBR, brought to you by Orilium's Magical Readathon. This is a readathon created by G from Book Roast, and during our first semester in April, I completed all of my prompts for the Wild Druid Calling, and now it's time to earn my grades. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking because there are 12 of them and it's our first month of school. First up, though, we have the subject of animal studies. To get my ordinary levels, I need a book with a phoenix on the cover or in the title. I have picked Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune. This is the prequel to House on the Cerulean Sea, and we are going to see Arthur Parnassus, who's the master of the magical orphanage, but we find out that he has a dark past that's being brought into question. For my qualified levels, I need a book that is a standalone. For this, I have picked The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps by Brooke Marley Jones. In this book, we meet Nell, who's a barista, and she accidentally incinerates someone. In a fantasy world, this would make sense, almost be expected. But Nell lives in the real world, and she just wanted to go home and eat macaroni. For my distinguished levels, I need a book that has had a cover change. For this one, I am buying a scroll of continuation, which allows me to pick a book that I started in August to count for this prompt. I have picked my current read of The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. This is a thriller that takes place at a resort on its opening weekend, in which the police end up getting called. Moving on to Art of Illusion, my ordinary levels, I needed to use a random emoji generator, and I got an octopus emoji. I was a little thrown for about half a second, but then thought of The Little Mermaid, and I picked The Sea Witch by Rebecca F. Kinney. This is a fairy tale retelling in which Avril saves a young man who she thinks is her soulmate, and the malevolent sea witch is all too happy to help make all Avril's dreams come true. For my qualified levels, I need a prequel, and I picked E. Lockhart's Family of Liars. This is the prequel to We Were Liars. In this YA book, we are looking at another summer on the Sinclair's private island, but a generation earlier, in which those secrets are going to haunt the family for decades to come. I was not able to complete my ambitious August TBR, but I am excited that the Astronomy Ordinary Level prompt is a book that was released in my birth month. This past July, The God of the Woods was released. Liz Moore tells a story of a summer camp in 1975. Barbara, the camp's wealthy owner's daughter, has gone missing in the night. This, of course, sends the camp counselors into a panic. But there's an added twist. 13 years ago, Barbara's older brother also disappeared from the same cabin. Moving on to Restoration Ordinary Levels, which the prompt is a night sky on the cover. I've picked another August TBR hopeful, Quicksilver by Carrie Hart. 24-year-old Ceres has secretly been stealing from the Undying Queen's reserves, along with having a strange secret power. But when Ceres comes face to face with death, she lands in the middle of a conflict that might just get her killed. In order to survive, she must partner with the Kingfisher, who has just as many secrets as Ceres. For restoration or qualified levels, I need to read a book with a poisonous plant on the cover or in the title. I have picked Aaron A. Craig's The 13th Child. Hazel is the 13th child born to her family, and as such, she belongs to the gods. When her godfather, Merrick the Dreaded End, arrives, he blesses her with a gift. She has the ability to deduce the cure needed to heal the sick. Destiny brings Hazel to the royal court, where she is tasked with her biggest dilemma yet. She must save the life of a king marked to die. For my distinguished levels, I need a book that has a verb in the title. I have picked Firefly, What Makes Us Mighty. This is the 7th original novel in a series that takes place between the beloved Firefly Series 1 ending and the Serenity movie. In this adventure, Mal and his crew have a simple job of delivering some cargo to a duke. While on the planet Carrie, the crew sticks around while Inara takes care of a client. Everyone is thrilled except for Zoe. Zoe, whose gut is telling her that something is off. When the Duke's estate is attacked, Mal sends Serenity to safety while he and Zoe investigate. For shape-shifting ordinary levels, I need a book with jewelry on the cover. And another August TBR hopeful fits perfectly. I plan on reading The Last Lost Girl by Casey L. Bond this month. Ava has been struggling to keep things afloat while taking care of her sister, who everyone thinks is crazy because she is obsessed with Neverland. What Ava doesn't know is that Neverland and Peter Pan are real, and her sister stole something that Peter desperately wants back. For qualified levels, I need a book with a planet in the title. I've picked The Last Girl on Earth by Alexandra Bulger. Lee has a father and sister who love her, a best friend to share things with. She goes to school and follows all the rules very carefully. She has to, because Lee has a secret. She is the last human on an Earth filled with aliens. And finally, we have distinguished levels, and the prompt is a compass on the cover. I picked Sea of Souls by N.C. Scrimgeour. Isla never accepted the shackles of her family's nobility. Instead, she sails the open water until tragedy strikes. Silky raiders have struck the Blackwood estate, and Isla is on a mission for revenge. With September being our first month back to school full time and needing to read 12 prompts, I might have to purchase a scroll of scholarly power, which will allow me to double, triple, or even quadruple up on some books. For example, Somewhere Beyond the Sea could be used for both Animal Studies ordinary levels and Art of Illusion qualified levels. Or The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps could be used for Animal Studies ordinary and qualified levels, along with Restoration ordinary and distinguished levels. I'm definitely excited to see how my September reading goes. If you're participating in the Magical Readathon, let me know so I can cheer you on. See you next time.